Hey everybody, Greg Poole with here with Bow Junkie Media. I'm here with Danny McCarthy. Just got done with the first day of shooting here at the Paris, Texas ASA. How'd it go today, Dan?
Pretty good. I mean, I judged, I wouldn't say I judged really well or anything. I didn't shoot really well, but I shot 6 up, so it probably should be leading, I think.
Well, actually, I don't think that's leading. I think like 18 up is leading.
Sure about that?
I'm pretty sure.
So I'm second.
Well, I'm actually, I don't think you're second either. I think that's like 12 or 14 up.
So
Pretty sure.
third-ish.
You're getting closer, but I don't think you're quite there.
No, it was one of those days today where I couldn't really get anything rolling. You know, I made a few mistakes early. Yeah, I started out clean, you know, not shooting any 8s, and then I hit a few 12s, and I was sitting six up, and I got a little too aggressive, and this course just wasn't there to get aggressive on. You needed to play the game and kind of like pick at it.
Right.
And I tried to make something happen, and I gave those points away on just some targets that I just barely hit, you know, off the 12s on. And that, you know, you got to play that game to win. You have to be a little aggressive. But today, I think I just went at it a little too hard, and it cost me. So I ended up 6 up. And I shot pretty well, but I just really didn't get anything rolling.
Well, I mean that's kind of the nature of this particular game. I mean, you look at what Joby did today.
Yep.
And he was kind of saying some very similar stuff where, you know, he was saying he was just missing. He kept telling me that he's being a chicken on his yardage. I actually did a slow motion shot of Joby today, and as soon as the shot fires at the end of the slow motion, you can see him give it the onion, and he just center drilled the 12.
Mm-hmm.
And he said it fired at the very bottom of the 12, and obviously the onion didn't really do anything because you can see on the slow motion video it's gone.
Yep.
But he just center punched it, and that's kind of how he said it was going. Was his yardage was not bad. He said he was being a little bit tentative on it. He actually used the word chicken, and but he just was dropping them in there today. But you know, I think history has proven nothing if Danny McCarthy follows his game plan and do what he needs to do, that you'll be in the hunt. I'm not.
Well, I mean, that's all you can really do is try your best and put yourself in a position for tomorrow. I never come out on a Saturday and try to lead, you know, and try to just burn it up. It's a 2-day tournament, and really, you know, you can't win it in one day, but you can lose it.
Right.
So I try to come out on Saturday and shoot a good round, put myself in the top 10, put myself in a position for the next day to be as aggressive as I have to make that lead or make that move into the top 5, get in the shoot-off, and then win it in shoot-off if you can. But yeah, I wasn't feeling it today, and I feel like even if I wouldn't have made any mistakes, I second-guessed my numbers. I zigged when I should have zagged. You know,
Right.
It was a target that I overjudged just a yard or so, and I thought, well, maybe I should aim at it strong, and I'd break a good shot right in it, and I'd hit right over it. The next target, I'd be like, okay, I've hit over 3 of them, cut a yard. You know, be aggressive on this one. I'd cut a yard, and I'd shoot an 8 underneath it. It was just one of those deals where I would make every decision I made was bad. You know, it was pretty much the opposite of what I should have done. And you don't know that until after you fire the shot. But that's the game and the unknown. You know, you're trying to play off of your confidence and how you're judging. And I really couldn't get anything rolling strong enough to really be overly confident in it. So it just seemed like I second-guessed myself a little too much, and it showed. I mean,
Okay, so let me ask this. So knowing that what you just said, how does that affect your game plan going into tomorrow? Knowing that you, obviously, we're joking around, of course, but you're in the hunt. You're only a couple points out of the shoot-off right now. So, given what you just said, how does that affect 2 things? One, your thought process going into tomorrow, and is there anything you're going to do now that the event's over for today? Is there anything that you're going to do tonight to maybe recalibrate or anything like that?
No, I'm going to come out here tomorrow and just hope I see things a little better, you know, and I'm going to be as aggressive as I have to be tomorrow. I mean, in order to win it, sometimes, like I'm sitting 8th right now, which tied for 8th, so I'm 2 points out of 5th,
Right.
which is what it takes to get in the shoot-off. So I'm really close, and it doesn't take anything for me to be, I don't have to be really aggressive to try to get into it, but I'm not here to shoot for 5th. I'm here to try to win. And so I am going to try to make a move. I am going to try to be as aggressive as I have to be. But if I'm not feeling it tomorrow, I'm not, and I don't come out and just start out smoking right away, I'm going to back off. I'm not going to be just stupid aggressive all day long and shoot a horrible score. But I'm not going to not try to still win. I might shoot a horrible score.
Right. So you're not going to come out and make sure you shoot yourself out of it in an attempt to shoot yourself into it.
Yes. I mean,
Gotcha.
I will if I have to, but I hope I don't have to. I try to never put myself in a position where I literally have to go for broke.
Right.
And you know what I mean?
Unless it's the ASA Classic and you're shooting for a 14 to win it.
Yeah, but that's the last shot of the tournament, and that's
Right.
what it takes. But
Right.
But I had to last year when I won this event here. It took a 14 to win it on the last shot. I mean, it's gonna be a close race, even probably down to the last target.
Sure.
And it's because everybody out here plays it safe for a little while, or plays it aggressively as they have to. And then when the final 10 targets start to come down, everybody starts to make an adjustment. Everybody starts to really gun at the 12s and get the score that they need to get in the shoot-off. And that's where it starts to get interesting, and that's where you might have to go for broke. I mean, some of the best advice I try to give people that I feel like are talented enough to compete, but sometimes just don't get the job done. They shoot really well often, or shoot really well at home, and then they come here and they just don't shoot as good as scores. And my advice to them is, like, you have to be willing to go from 2nd to 5th,
Right.
in order to go from 2nd to 1st. Sometimes you have to be willing to fall on your face in front of everybody and embarrass yourself, or you're gonna always shoot so safe that you're gonna always finish in the middle of the pack, because most of the people out here are they shoot to not lose instead of shooting to win. And in order to beat Levi, and in order to beat Chance, and in order to beat Jesse, or any of the top shooters at any of these, whether it's this event or whether it's an indoor event or Reading or any of that stuff, you literally have to shoot to win in order to beat those guys, because that's their mentality. That's our mentality. That's what I'm trying to do, is win a tournament,
Right.
no matter what. And I don't care if I get 40th or 3rd. I lost.
Sure.
In my mind, I lost the event, so I'm going to try to always win.
Right. So taking, obviously, your own competitive side and your own strategy out of it, from an analytical standpoint, obviously Nathan Brooks shots solid once again. No surprise there after the way he's started off this year. Who do you see tomorrow potentially making a move? Either whether you think it's Joby's going to open up the spread, or if you think somebody down in
Where's
your
Levi
at?
Right?
I was posting all day, so I actually don't know where everybody's at.
I don't know where he's at, but I don't care if Levi's 40 down tomorrow. Coming into tomorrow, he could shoot, even though a 40 up would be a perfect round, he could shoot 60. So I mean, I'll never count him out of it, because I've seen him get on some runs that are just ridiculous.
Right.
Joby's worked hard. I mean, this is no fluke that he's leading.
Right.
Joby's a great shot. He's a good judger, and he's worked hard enough to finally build the confidence into his shot and into his judging and into his ability to be able to compete. So I look for Joby to be in the shoot-off tomorrow. And as far as some of the other guys that are up there, I think Tommy was up there. Tommy's always been consistent. He's consistent. He was awesome
give
last
me
year.
a dark horse. Give me a dark horse right now.
I never really looked at the results close enough to say somebody that I could see coming from the bottom. And it's hard to predict it, because there's so many really good shooters that could make a move at any time.
Well, and that is one of the good things about the ASA venue in and of itself is, unlike indoors and unlike, a lot of other venues, there is the opportunity here to come back.
Oh, absolutely.
And so that's one of the really, really unique things about this venue that I like, is, all the guys that are at the top are great shooters. Yardage obviously does play a role, but, that's one of the unique things is, are you ever out of it? Well, I'm sure mathematically at some point, yes, you are out of it. but there's a whole bunch of guys that are there, so it's going to be pretty exciting
and
tomorrow.
Usually consistency wins the race. I mean,
Right.
you shoot really bad the first day, you're probably going to shoot pretty bad the second day. There's
Right.
always that fluke chance, but there is the opportunity to come back if you're on the edge of. If you're on the edge of it, you still have a chance to move 10 places.
Absolutely. So
like that.
let's chat real quick about the. Obviously, we just talked to Kara Kelly, who is at a 199, and Sharon Carpenter, who's at a 198. So obviously, we've kind of talked about that. Let's talk real quick about the K50 class. David Hauser came out today and shot 32 up, breaking the course record for the first day. Obviously, you have several guys wadded up there at 20 to 22, maybe 24 up. What do you foresee happening with that tomorrow?
That class, anything can happen. There's a lot of really good shooters in that class, and David smoked it. I mean, David's a great shot.
Absolutely.
I've shot against David for a while now, and in other mark distance courses, and David can shoot.
Yes.
So I look for him to have another really good round tomorrow. Obviously, there's so many people in that class you can never count out. Jesse, you never count. I don't count Jesse out of our class. He's not even shooting in it. And you've got. I don't know how these guys shot, but Daniel Matthews, Sam Wolfeis,
Sam's at about 22.
Donnie Thacker.
24.
I mean, there's just some really Chris Perkins. There's some really good shooters in that class. That it's known distance, and if those guys get on a roll, they can hit them all.
Right.
I mean, you can. So I'm not going to make any predictions.
So, do you think that Hauser will be able to repeat today's performance, or do you think he's going to come in tomorrow, a little bit pedal off the gas, or do you think he's going to keep hammering down?
I think he shot against all of us long enough to know that you don't let off the gas. If you let off the gas, somebody else has stomped on it already, so they're going to pass you. I mean, you just shoot to win the whole time. And if you shoot yourself to a loss, you shot yourself to a loss. But if you back off and lose a tournament, then you're going to regret that position 9 times out of 10. Because if you do back off, somebody's going to probably pass you.
Absolutely.
So I don't look for him to do that. I think he's got the skill and the consistency to be able to shoot really well tomorrow and win.
Absolutely. So let's hit on the senior pro right quick. We got PA's own Tony Taza is sitting at 18 up, and word on the street was, and I was not able to actually find Randy before he walked off range, but I had heard that Randy Hendricks is also 18 up.
Awesome.
So what do you see over there?
Both of those guys are good shooters too. I mean, Tony was in the hunt for the last event, all the way down to the end. I mean, he shot really, really well. Tony's a great shot.
Absolutely. He's been around a long time.
Yeah, I shot against him for a while too, and he's been out of it a little bit, and so he's coming back, and I'm not surprised that he's at the top. I mean, he's a really good shooter, and he's pretty consistent too. So
Absolutely.
I think he'll do really well.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting. So that's going to be a wrap for now. We'll be loading some more content tonight. We got some great interviews with some different folks, and Big GP forgot to pack food today, so I'm wasting away to nothing. As you can tell, I'm losing my girlish figure over here. So we're going to sign off, and I'm going to go eat. Later.